2 words. Aliyah Boston, baby. Then I got 3 words. Bow, bow!
2 words. Aliyah Boston, baby. Then I got 3 more. Bo, bo, bo. A 16-point rally, an overtime thriller, and a career-defining night. Indiana Fever just demonstrated why they're the team everyone fears in the playoffs. Caitlin Clark.
Who is the most dangerous team that you think no one in that top half wants to see right now? In the bottom half, I think that Indiana is a problem.
And Aliyah Boston are joining forces to stun the WNBA. And we're here to analyze how they achieved the unthinkable against the Atlanta Dream. In this segment,
going behind the back, trying to create off the Boston screen. Back to Boston. Boston turns the corner, gets to the rim, and ties the game.
we'll dissect Boston's monumental night, Caitlin Clark's record-setting game, and the 4 reasons why Indiana is a nightmare in the playoffs. Ergrunk 30. Who's the most formidable team that the top contenders dread facing in the playoffs? From the lower half,
She knows how to lay it out on a dime. Her court vision is impeccable, and now her teammates are ready to catch the ball. They trust she's going to get it where it needs to be. But y'all, the favorite part of my game from Caitlin Clark is this behind-the-back pass. Come on now. I love it. I love it. And that wasn't just one time. She does that on a frequent and drops it right there. Perfect to Aliyah Boston.
So let me just sprinkle in, because you mentioned AB. 2 of those highlights, I believe, were a Clark-Boston connection. Those 2 have been the second best scoring duo in the league behind Asia Wilson and Jack.
it's undoubtedly Indiana. Imagine this. Final seconds of regulation. Fever down by 2. The ball finds Boston. She drives, she scores, and the crowd goes wild as the game heads into overtime. It's the kind of moment that can turn a season on its head. Watch Clark dazzle behind the back, weaving magic off a Boston screen, passing back to Boston, who turns the corner, reaches the rim, and ties the game.
She's a dog. She's all over the glass. Came up with clutch buckets, tied it for us. Solid in overtime.
But how did they even get here? The Fever were trailing by 16, seemingly out of the game, then suddenly something clicked. Clark started sinking threes. Boston took over the paint, and just like that, the Dream's lead evaporated. Suto 1-2-0-5. Get ready, because we're about to show you how Clark and Boston are revolutionizing the game. Their performances aren't just outstanding. They're redefining what's possible for this Fever squad. Before we dive deeper, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button so we can continue delivering top-notch basketball analysis directly to you. Oro 1-34. The playoffs are approaching, and these 2 are heating up to give the rest of the WNBA a fever that's red hot. Are you prepared? Let's dive in. She knows how to deliver precisely when it counts. Her court vision is unmatched, and her teammates are always ready, knowing she'll put the ball exactly where it needs to be. But here's the best part of my game watching Caitlin Clark, that behind-the-back pass. I mean, come on, how can you not love it? And it's not a one-off. She consistently delivers these jaw-dropping passes. 0-2-0-8. Just to add a bit more, since you brought up AB, 2 of those highlights were definitely a Clark-Boston connection. These 2 are the league's second highest scoring duo, just behind Asia Wilson and Jackie Young. But tonight, it was Boston's time to shine. From Rookie of the Year to a mid-season sensation, Boston's transformation has been turning heads.
She gets that much time.
Oh, pass ahead. Smith running the floor.
What triggered this leap from promising newcomer to league-wide terror? Let's delve into the numbers, because Boston's career-best stats are absolutely staggering. Auto 2.37. 30 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists. She dominated the game. Compare that to her rookie season averages of 14.5 points and 8.4 rebounds, and you see a player who's not just improved, but exploded onto the scene.
The numbers bear it out. They've been on a terrific tear since the All-Star break, but it also looks like they're playing with joy. They are gelling and having.
But it's not all about the stats. Boston's impact stretches across both ends of the court, creating scoring chances and stifling her opponents. Remember that clutch layup that sent the game to overtime? That's the type of play that defines careers and clinches championships. 03.10. It's her dominance near the basket, hitting 11 of 16 from the field and a perfect 8 for 8 from the free throw line during the game against the Dream. That's the kind of performance that gives coaches nightmares trying to figure out how to contain her. And during the latest game, well, they simply couldn't. But don't just take my word for it. Listen to Caitlin Clark, her superstar teammate, who summed it up perfectly. She's all over the glass, came up with huge buckets, tied it for us, solid in overtime. When a player like Clark praises you, you know you're doing something right.
Chelsea Mitchell, 25 points a game in August, had 25 in her game in September. You better watch out for her. And Lexi Hall in the starting lineup. That's a defender they need.
So fun to watch.
03.40. Boston's growth isn't merely about personal milestones. It's about transforming the Fever into a powerhouse that nobody wants to face in the playoffs. Her presence opens up opportunities for her teammates, creating a more dynamic and unpredictable offense. Imagine Boston getting open in the paint. Clark sends a precise pass for an easy score. Defend Boston one-on-one and she'll dominate the paint. Double team her and she'll find Lexi Hull open for a 3 or Kelsey Mitchell cutting to the rim.
Felt like we were right there and really played a crappy half. So I'm proud of us. I thought we chipped away, we were resilient, and we really executed when it mattered.
04.12. In just one season, Boston has gone from a promising rookie to a game changer. That's the type of growth that turns solid teams into serious contenders and contenders into champions. And the most exciting part? This feels like just the beginning for Boston. If she's performing at this level now, in her second year, just imagine what she'll achieve as she continues to grow. The rest of the league better take notice because Aliyah Boston is here to stay. 43. If you've enjoyed the video so far, I'd appreciate it if you could hit like and subscribe. Your support makes a huge difference, and we value your time. Now, let's get back to the action. Another name you shouldn't overlook: while Boston's career night captured the headlines, another Fever star was quietly making history. Caitlin Clark. Her stat line is impressive at first glance, but delve deeper and you'll see a rookie rewriting the franchise record books. It's like every game, another record shatters, and we can barely keep up. 05.16. Let's analyze Clark's remarkable performance: 26 points, 12 assists, and 5 rebounds. Those numbers are solid, but here's where it gets truly insane. This marked Clark's 14th double-double of the season, tying the Fever's franchise record in just her rookie year. That's the kind of impact that alters the trajectory of an entire franchise. But Clark's influence extends far beyond the stats. Her court vision and pace pushing are revolutionizing the Fever's offense. Remember that viral full-court pass to Smith. She gets that much time, passes ahead, Smith runs the floor. That's the kind of play that electrifies the whole team and throws opponents into disarray. Clark isn't just accumulating assists, she's fostering a faster, more dynamic style of play that's catching the league off guard.